Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, in this session we are going to discuss some more problems from previous year CAT papers. Specifically, I'll be taking the problems from CAT 2001 and CAT 2002. And I would suggest you to attend the previous sessions and the basic sessions of quantitative aptitude so you'll be comfortable in this session. Okay. So let's begin the journey. And yeah, one more thing that just have your paper and pen with you. So solve the problem on your own, then only match your solution and answer with mine. Okay, it will give you confidence if you get the correct answer. Fine, so let's begin. Now let's try this problem. A red light flashes 3 times per minute and a green light flashes 5 times in 2 minutes at regular intervals. If both lights starts flashing at the same time, how many times do they flash together in each hour? Friends, we are given that the light is flashing 3 times per minute. Okay, so what we can do is we can simplify the problem by finding out that the light is flashing after what duration. Okay, so here we are given 3 times per minute. That means we can say it is 20 seconds. That means light is flashing after each 20 seconds. So it's 20, 40, 60. Okay, I'm calculating it here in seconds. And the other one is it's flashing 5 times in 2 minutes. That means it is flashing after every 24 seconds. So 24, then 48, then 72. Okay, so they will be flashing together after the data that we are going to calculate, that is the LCM of 20 and 24. Okay, just see 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 24, 48, 72, 96 and 120. That means after 120 seconds both of them are flashing together, that is 2 minutes. Okay, so from beginning they will be flashing together after 2 minutes. So in 60 minutes they will be flashing together for 30 times. As simple as that. Okay, now let's try this problem. Of 128 boxes of oranges, each box contains at least 120 and at most 144 oranges. The number of boxes containing the same number of oranges is at least. Friends, the problem is a bit difficult to explain but very easy to do. Okay, so just listen to me very carefully. See, we have the range of 25, that is from 120 to 144. We have the range of 25 numbers. Okay, so if we take 128 boxes and we try to distribute the oranges from 120, 121, something like that till 144, if we uniquely fill the boxes or maybe uniquely just see the boxes having distinct number, they will be 25. Okay, so 25 boxes are filled with each box with different number of oranges. Now what will happen to the next boxes, next collection of the boxes? So that will start from again 120. So for the next 25 boxes are filled up once again, then once again, and then once again. So till here 125 boxes are filled up and 5 boxes are having same, that means 120 oranges are in 5 boxes, 121 in 5 boxes, similarly till 144. Okay, so this is the case when we are filling the oranges in different boxes. All the datas are different. Now after that we are still left with 3 boxes. So definitely these 3 boxes will contain any of these numbers. Okay, so at least 6 boxes, that till here 5 boxes, that means at least 6 boxes will have same number of oranges. Okay, now let's try this problem. In the given diagram, ABCD is a rectangle with AE is equal to EF is equal to FB. what is the ratio of areas of triangle CEF and that of the rectangle? Uh, area of triangle CEF by area of rectangle ABCD. Okay, so what is the area of triangle? That is half base into altitude. Base is EF and altitude is BC. What is the area of rectangle ABCD? That is AB into CD. Okay, now AB is what? It is 3 times EF, because AE is equal to EF is equal to FB. So AB will be 3 times of EF. So 3 times EF into BC. Okay, so we got the ratio as 1:6. Now let's try this problem. A can complete a piece of work in 4 days. B takes double the time taken by A. C takes double that of B, and D takes double that of C. They are paired in groups of 2 each. One pair takes 2/3 the time needed by the second pair to complete the work, which is the first pair. One pair is taking 2/3 time by the second pair. Okay, that means efficiency of this pair is more than the other pair. Okay, now here A, B, C and D. A is taking 4 days, that means B 8, C 16 and D 32. Now A and B cannot be the right option because they will be taking much less time than that of C and D. Okay, so we cannot take A and B as a correct choice. Now let's take with A and C. Friends, the important thing over here that one pair is taking 2/3 time of other. Suppose this is pair 1 and this is pair 2. So the timing ratio is 2/3:1. So that is 2:3. So this is time ratio, or we can say the efficiency ratio will be 3:2. Okay, now if suppose A and C is the correct answer, suppose that means it's 1/4 plus 1/16. Yeah, you should not write it, you just calculate it mentally. It will be 5/16. Okay, but we want the ratio of ratio as either multiple of 3 or 2, so which we are not getting over here, so this won't be the correct choice. Now let's see with B and C. So B and C, it's 1/8 plus 1/16. So B and C, they are taking they are doing 3/16 work per day. Okay, so 3/16 work B and C are doing per day, and A and D, they are doing 1/4 plus 1/32, that is 9/32 work per day. Okay, so this is their per day efficiency. So this is 3/16, or we can write down as 6/32. Okay, so per day they are doing per day B and C is doing 6/32 work, and A and D is doing 9/32 work. So efficiency of A and D is more than B and C. The ratio is this 9:6, that is 3:2. That means A and D is the first pair who are taking 2/3 time that of than that of B and C. I hope you are clear. Here we are calculating per day work. See, A, B, C, D, they are taking 4, 8, 16 and 32 days respectively while working all alone. So when we pair A and B, we take their individual efficiency. That means A is doing how much work per day and B is doing how much work per day. To understand this concept in better manner, you should attend a time and work lecture. So you'll be getting the concept. Now let's try this interesting problem. Anita had to do a multiplication, and instead of taking 35 as one of the multipliers, she took 53. Okay, as a result the product went up by 540. What is the new product? Friends, we don't have to touch even paper and pen to solve this problem. Instead of 35, she is taking 53. That means the final answer or the new product or whatever the product she is getting, that should be definitely multiple of 53. Okay, and we are asked about that particular product only. So among the options, none of the options are multiple of 53 except 1590. Okay, so no need to go for any sort of paperwork. I hope you are clear. Now let's see this problem. Three friends returning from a movie stopped to eat at a restaurant. After dinner, they paid their bill and noticed a ball of mints at the front counter. Sita took 1/3 of the mints but returned 4 because she had a momentary pang of guilt. Fatima then took 1/4 of what was left but returned 3 for similar reasons. Ishwari then took half of the remainder but threw 2 back into the ball. The ball had only 17 mints left when the raid was over. How many mints were originally in the ball? Friends, what we do immediately after reading the question, we start making the equations. Okay, but that's actually not necessary. You can go by backward approach. Here the first statement is Sita took 1/3 of the mints. That means the total number of mints should be multiple of 3. Then only Sita will be able to take 1/3 of that. So among the options, none of the option is multiple of 3. Okay, so none of them will be correct. So no need to go for any sort of paperwork, and no need to make any equations. Quite a simple problem. I hope you are clear. Now let's try this problem based on base system. In a number system, the product of 44 and 11 is 3414. The number 3111 of the system when converted to the decimal number system becomes what? Now friends, here we are given two numbers, that is 44 and 11, and both of them are in decimal number system. Okay, so in decimal number system, the product of 44 and 11 is 484. That means the number 484 has been written as 3414, and in which system it has been written, that we have to find out, right? In the similar system, we have to write number 3111. Okay, now you can see there is no huge difference between these two numbers. Okay, so our answer should be bit less than 484, bit less than. Okay, because this number is smaller than 3414. So our answer should be bit less than 484. So first of all, let's check the options. So we can eliminate this, we can eliminate this, and it is very small than 484, so it cannot be the correct choice. So we just come to know that this is the correct choice. So this is the method by which you can get the instant answer. But if you want concept clarity of this question, so just let's discuss with that. Now see, product of 44 and 11, it is 484, and in other system it is written as 3414. Now which number system it can be? It will be definitely more than 4, because if it is binary number system, digits 0 and 1 are used. If it is 3 number system, then digits 0, 1 and 2 are used. If it is 4 system, then 0, 1, 2 and 3 are used. If it is 5 system, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are used. Okay, so here we see the maximum digit is, or the biggest digit is 4. So definitely the number system which is being used over here is more than 4. It may be 5, it may be 6, it may be 7 and any other number. Okay, so first of all, let's hit by 5. Let's try by 5. Okay, now this number, if we convert it into decimal number system from 5 number system, do we get 484 or not? So let's just try. So it's 4 into 5 raised to 0, 1 into 5 raised to 1, 4 into 5 raised to 2 and 3 into 5 cube. So it's 375, it's 100, it is 5 and it is 20. I'm sorry, it is 5 raised to 0, so it will be 1. So here it will be 4. So we get 484. That means the number system which is used over here is 5 number system. Now if we wish to convert this number 3111 to decimal number system, as this number is written in 5 number system, we can easily do it with by the same way. Okay, so it's 3111. So it's 1 into 5 raised to 0 plus 1 into 5 plus 1 into 5 square plus 3 into 5 cube. So it is 375 plus 25 plus 5 plus 1. So it's 406. Okay, I hope you are clear with both the methods. Now let's try this problem. Two sides of a plot measures 32 and 24 meters and the angle between them is a perfect right angle. The other two sides measure 25 meter each and the other three angles are not right angles. We have to find out the area of the plot. Friends, first of all, just we have drawn the figure over here. Now I just complete this triangle by making it a right angle triangle. Wait a moment. Now we have this right angle triangle with sides 24 and 32. Now 24 and 32, both of them are multiple of 4. So if we divide 24 by 4, we will be getting 6 and here we will be getting 8. That means it is 6, 8 and 10 Pythagorean triplet, and all these 3, 6, 8 and 10 are multiplied by 4 to get a new Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so it is 24, it is 32. That means this side must be 4 times 10, that it must be 40. Okay, now further, this is an isosceles triangle with the two sides 25 and 25 and the third side is 40. And if we drop a perpendicular from this vertex to this side, it will bisect. Okay, so it's this length is 20 and this length is 20. Now further 20, 25 and this is the third side. Okay, so this is further a Pythagorean triplet of 3, 4, 5 and if we multiply each of them with 5, so we'll be getting this. Okay, so it is 25, it is 20, that means it must be 15. Okay, so just a game of Pythagorean triplets. Now we have got the dimensions of this triangle and this triangles, both of them, so easily we can find out the area. Okay, so what is the area of a triangle? That is half base into altitude. The half base is 32. Just write down it is 16 and into 24 plus, in this case, half base into altitude. So half of the base will be 20 into altitude is 15. Okay, so it's 684 meters square. I think it's quite simple. Now let's try this interesting question. All the page numbers from a book are added beginning at page 1. However, one page number was added twice by mistake. The sum obtained was 1000. Which page number was added twice? Quite a simple and interesting problem. See, the counting is beginning from 1. Okay, so sum of n natural numbers is n plus 1 by 2. Okay, now this sum should be less than 1000 because one page number or one number is added twice. Okay, so it should be less than 1000. That means n plus 1 should be less than 2000. Now n plus 1, these two are consecutive numbers and their product must be less than 2000. So we can just get an around idea of the value of n. See, 45 square is 2025. That means 45 into 45 is 2025. Okay, so n cannot be more than 45. Okay, even 45 n cannot be because 45 into 46 will go beyond 2025. Okay, so n should be 44 at max. So 44 into 45 will be less than 2000. Okay, that is the maximum value of n that can be achieved. Now if n is 24, if n is 44, that means we have to find out the sum of first 44 natural numbers. So first 4 natural numbers sum is 44 into 45 by 2, that is 990. Okay, so the actual sum is 990 and we are getting 1000. That means number 10 is added extra. Okay, that means it is added twice. I hope you are clear. Now let's try this problem. If A, B, C and D are four positive real numbers such that A, B, C, D is equal to 1, what is the minimum value of 1 plus A, 1 plus B, 1 plus C and 1 plus D? Friends, we have already discussed this concept in previous session that arithmetic mean of two numbers is always greater than their geometric mean. Okay, that means if we are having two numbers, say A plus B by 2, so this is their arithmetic mean and it will be greater than equal to their geometric mean. Okay, so maximum value of this expression will occur when A and B both of them are same. That means the maximum value of geometric mean is when both the numbers are same. See, instead of B, if I write A, then A plus A by 2 is A and that is equal to A square, that is A. Okay, we will take only positive value because we are given the four of them as positive real numbers. Okay, so the maximum value will be achieved when both the datas are equal. Okay, now we have to find out the maximum value of this expression. Now for this 1 plus A, arithmetic mean of 1 and A is this, and that will be greater than its geometric mean, so it's root A. Okay, similarly 1 plus B is greater than equal to 2 root B. 1 plus C will be greater than equal to 2 root C, and 1 plus D will be greater than equal to 2 root D. Now it is also 2 root A. Now we multiply left hand side and right hand side. So 1 plus A, 1 plus B, 1 plus C and 1 plus D will be greater than equal to 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 2s are 16 root ABCD. Now the value of ABCD is given as 1. So the minimum value of this expression will be 16. Okay, that means the value of this expression will be always more than equal to 16. I hope you are clear. Friends, we will be doing more problems in our next session. Do revise this session and the previous session of this quantitative aptitude CAT special. Bye-bye.